Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Thank you for those of you who are a ITeachSkillz member. In today's video, we're going to bring you an exciting application. I'm so excited to bring this application because this application has made a lot of fundamental changes to my life. And that's not always easy for me to say. There's a lot of application that sometimes you use and it doesn't really do much, but this one, the reason it's been super transformative is because what it can do for me and my IT career and for many IT professionals. This application is essential for people who are in IT, and I am excited to improve upon it. I am not the original author. I will give credit to my friend Sanjit. Here's the application name. I'll bring it to you right now. So the application name, let me close everything. I got too many browsers open. Here's the application name. This is the application that I'm going to try to improve upon it. This application was made by my friend Sanjit. This is the iteration 2, and it used to be called something Astra Luma. Now it's called Epix Home. This application is amazing because it does a lot of wonderful things for us. And so what is those wonderful things, you ask? Well, this application makes it possible for us and IT professionals or developers to keep track of what's going on with our busy day. And that is what it's all about, is finding a way to be efficient in the modern world of IT. And this application definitely does that. So, but one thing, as you notice, this application is tailored for developers. So you can come over here, you can have your to-do list, you can have your API keys, you have your credential locker, Firebase settings, OIDC. You can also support Sanjit by going to his website, and you can buy him a coffee if you wanted to. So definitely, I helped him out. As you can see, we chatted, we connected a while back. So pretty nice that he's a generous guy and he made this application. So this application, though, I wanted to do something more than it does. Right now, it's very robust. You can create tasks, to-do list, and etc. Just say working server or hit save, and then you can do a to-do list. And then obviously you can set a low priority, set a due date, and then let's just set the due date today. That's or tomorrow, whichever you want, and then you can hit save. Hold on, I didn't select the date correctly. There you go, it's selected. Boom. This application is good. Once it's done, you can hit check mark and it's gonna finish it. It's completed. Boom. It's really nice. You got calendar option, which you can do this. Sanjit did a lot to this application. Whether you can even add servers, connect to servers and whatnot. If you hit add a new server, you type in the IP address, the icon, and then after that, you're going to install something else. But what I did is I decided to enhance this application even more for me. As somebody who's not a developer and somebody who's learning how to make things better, this has been a learning experience, and I loved it all the way. So let's take a look at it. For number one thing, we use this application to make Kiro. It's what I've been explaining for the last video. If you haven't seen, it's basically your IDE assistant. It's the AI IDE. It's definitely not available for everybody yet. I happened to get lucky and joined it before it was closed off. But now it's a waiting list. You can join the waiting list and whatnot. And if you already have Kiro available, you can download it and whatnot. But this is an example of what it looks like. We're going to actually do this basically for real now. So to do this, I'm going to go to our Kiro. I already opened a dashboard, and I'm going to go ahead, first of all, bring up my Docker container up, or build it and then bring it up. This is the application I have, and I'm going to just build the Docker container, and then it's going to come up. So it's going to build the application similar to what I showed you, but this time it's going to build it on a different port so we can see it. So the Docker container is here for me. And if you don't, I'm running Docker on Windows, but you can run Docker on Ubuntu, anything you like, or any Linux variation you want. But this is running on Ubuntu right now. That it's not started yet. When it comes back on, we should see something to show up over here. And I have other AI tools, obviously, but there's something one more later on. So let's come back here. What is it doing? It's building. So it's going to take a second to build everything for us. But once it does it, we will be able to just check it. Couple important notes. This Kiro right now is using a Claude Sonnet 4. It's using Claude. There is definitely room for, let's just say, hopefully they can integrate with more models, more providers. So that way people who don't want to use Claude can use maybe Gemini, or they could use maybe OpenAI from Azure, or They can use one of the GPT model, GPT-4, or they can use Olama, whatever they want, right? But right now it's Sonnet, Claude. It's locked down to Claude, and Claude is good. I'm not gonna lie, it does wonders. But the biggest thing about AI vibe coding is all about what you want to do. You have to have a vision in mind. You also have to have a clarity, because if your prompts are not clear, AI is not gonna make things for you. So that's why you have this option, though. In order to help you, Kiro decided to say, do you want to do vibing by just saying what do you want and making on the fly, or do you want to do specs? This is more or less what you should be doing if you're making something that is going to be in production, or it's going to be something longer, bigger, and you want to document yourself. Maybe you're working with a team. But for me, I'm doing this because I already know the application is built. The specs is already been done by my friend in this case. So I would say right now, we're just going to need to refine the application. I'm not changing the specs of the application. I'm not starting from scratch. But if I was, I'll do specs. If I'm continuing on, I'm just going to do this one. So that's what I'm doing. So once this application is built, we should be able to take a look at the important component of it and then show you how it works. Then I'm going to actually try to improve on it real time. It's always dangerous to do that in real time, but we are risk takers. We are developers. In this case, I'm not a developer, but we are enthusiasts. So we love to see what you can do. That's why we do demos. That's why ITeachSkillz all about. So that's why I'm excited. So let's now run the Docker compose up/d. So let's just come over here. I'm just up spacing because I already typed the command, but I'm going to see if I can get to it. If I cannot, I'm just going to have to type it. Here it is. Yeah, so we already built it. Now we're going to run it. Actually, that's the building still. Okay, so let's just, I'm just going to erase some of that command over here. Do you have a dual command that can actually take it down and build it for you? But I'm going to run this one, Docker compose up-d. So now it should be able to build it, the whole, like bring up the application. And once it brings up, we should see the application coming up on here. It's not done yet, so let's wait for the build to finish, that we can check it. If all goes well, I'll say this is a live demo. I haven't done testing beforehand, so we're testing it, and we're definitely going to see whether this will do it. So it's 6 out of 8. And the biggest thing I must say when it comes to anything like this, you guys going to have to exercise patience, especially with AI vibe coding. It takes a lot of patience. It's a lot of rewarding. And if you don't have your thoughts right, don't start vibe coding, in my opinion, because you will not be able to make the good one. So here it is. It did it, and it's running. So let me show his other ports. He has a lot of ports going on. So let me open this one. So this is the application version 2. So this is the old version that our friend had done. And this is the version that we made. So you can see this one already. You got AI chatbot. You can just, I don't know if it's configured. Let me just double check here. We're going to configure the AI chatbot and we can talk to it. Just so, because this is the latest thing. Everybody wants to do AI. I might as well embrace it. If you can't beat them, join them. That's what they say, right? So let's come over here. I'm going to get the AI model I need. I got Gwen 3, which is the best coder out there. For model-wise, that's free to use. But I'm going to get the API for my chatbot. So let's put in here. And then I'm going to choose the model I want. The model I'm looking to get is, I'm going to get Gwen 3. That's actually for coding only. So let me get something maybe like, let me get Llama 3.2. It's definitely not the best model anymore, in my opinion, but it's definitely going to help us test it. So when I test it, it should be able to succeed on the testing. Sometimes you might have to do it twice, but this is all, again, vibe coded. And I couldn't ask my friend to do this. I could ask him actually, and he would have done it probably. But the problem is, this is in my head. And when it's in my head, it's harder for me to expect people to just do it. So you can see here, it says here, I'm having trouble connecting to the provider. Let's refresh it. Let's do this again. I have saved it. Hold on. Let's come over here to the chat model. It says Llama ready, clear chat. It says it's connected. So let's make sure that it's default. It might be something with my Llama over here. But the point of the matter is that there's a lot of things when it comes to AI that you're going to have to consider. And sometimes I think this one is not the default one. Let me change this to Quen for a little bit. This is not what the video is all about, obviously, but I just want to show you if we can. And we're doing a live demo, so we're taking a risk. We prepare to take a risk. And when you're taking a risk, you tend to sometimes show a weakness or flaw of the application. So let's just go ahead and we're testing it again. Once the test is successful, we're going to try again. It's taking longer, as you can see here. It failed the first one, so let's try again. Sometimes when it doesn't work first time, you're going to have to test it again. And this is the bigger model. I only have RTX 470, so that's why I may not be able to get this one going on my chat, but let's save it. And then let's go ahead. I'm going to try DeepSeek. That's the last test we're going to have, and then we're going to move on. Because the reason I'm showing the AI chatbots, that's pretty important. This is a new addition to it, and that's why I'm showing this. But there's a lot more features I added I want to show you. But this is some of the examples of things I have done with the vibe coding, and I'm showing you that it is possible to make something cool with Kiro or any other AI tool that cursor that can allow you to do vibe coding. Let's see here. Let's enable back. Let's do this. So it's working right now, or yeah, it's testing successful. So let's do this save, and then let's do hi. It definitely doesn't like the live demo, isn't it? Because right now it's being a little bit of a party killer. But let's come over here. Let me change a different model. You can see it shows all the models I have, and I could try Llama 3.2 again, and I could save it. I think the saving is not maybe doing what it's supposed to do, and it is possible that I'm also doing a lot of things with that one. So point of the matter is that let's try now, and then we're going to try today. And unfortunately, we cannot do anything right now because it's being super buzzkills. But you can see I can do full screen. I can get out of full screen. It's really good. Let's move on because we have a lot to show. So what I did is, obviously, you can see I added ITeach dashboard. I added server management. There's no server in right now. So if I add a server, for example, in this case, I'm just going to add my client, ITKY gaming. This is my gaming PC, but that's running a lot of things, and I can add my IP address 192.168.1.26, and then I can just say if it's virtual or desktop, it's just a desktop, hit save. Immediately you can see that I'm getting a lot more feature, like you got SSL, SSH, RDP. So if I click on RDP, it's only going to open RDP icon, and then I can connect to it just like Azure does. If I click on SSH, it's going to prompt me if it's Linux VM, and it's not, then it's not going to work. So definitely I can't do SSH on this one because it's not Linux. But if I were to try to go ahead and add a Linux machine, which I'm going to do, I happen to have a server that's Linux on top of my head. So let's add a server, and then we're going to type in Ubuntu server, and then IP address is 192.168.1.231. I'm going to say it's a virtual mesh server, and I'm going to hit save. Boom. It's saved. Now if I come over here to do SSH, it's going to open a web version of SSH, and I'm going to have to type in my credential and then password, or I can even do a private key if I wanted to. Hit connect. Boom. You can see here how nice it is. I can connect to it. I can just say ifconfig. I can interact with the machine online. This is all made by me, and I'm excited. Obviously, I vibe code it. I'm not a developer, but the fact of the matter is that my vision, what's in my head, is coming to reality. Is what makes this awesome. That's what makes AI amazing. And this is all working. And the good news is also I'm honoring my friend's code. He's basically made this project, and I'm basically enhancing it, making it better. Maybe I can give it to him when it's done, and then he can make it truly ready, secure, and protected. One of the problem with vibe coding, the only issue that I noticed is that you sometimes may not know all the backend how to secure the application. That's why application like this is local hosted, because I don't want it to go out to the public until I know it can be secure. And the other feature I added here is that you can see the server status unknown. I added an option to do ping all, and it's going to do this for me. It can export the server in a CSV file. We can also do a network discovery and amazing stuff. Like you can see it discover 3 default devices, but if I add a subnet, let's just say in this case, we're going to add a 192.168.1.0/24, and then we're going to add it here, and then we can go ahead and then hit basically quick discovery. So now it's going to discover, it's going to look for 254 hosts, obviously, and it's going to try to discover it. So far, are you guys impressed? If you are, hit the like button, subscribe, because it is amazing. And if you're an IT infrastructure engineer, or if you're a system administrator, will this application like this will help you? Do you see it making your life easier? Because if it is, then I love to make this one publish into GitHub at some point. Obviously, maybe work with my friend to make it secure in the back end and whatnot. But right now, initially, you can see it's Discover 22, a couple devices over here. You got network devices. It's doing a lot. It's doing wonders. And the amazing thing about it is that I am not even close to being done. This is just the beginning. And we can already accomplish so much with it. This is phenomenal indeed. And you can see here it scanned 195 hosts, 210 hosts. You got 44 devices. If you see that you have so many devices in your house, you don't know what the hell is what, this is going to help you, or in your data center or in your network. So you can see here for small businesses, this is going to be monumental. But here is you have another host with Linux. Let's just add this to 230 and 266. We're going to add those, and then we're going to add, let's add 85 to 85. So what does this do? Once we do this one, and we're going to come scroll down to add 3 selected device. Once we add them, immediately right away, you can see their status is Linux and it's ready. And if I do, obviously, what we did earlier, which is SSH, we're going to go ahead, type in, it always wants to default to root, but I don't use a root. Root is not enabled in my Linux VMs on purpose. So now you can see here, you got here, this is what I was trying to do, Apex Home. And then you can see something like I can install that tool if I need to. So it's really amazing. This is just one area, and then you got server documentation. How many of us, being in the infrastructure team or IT team, that we like, you did something amazing, but you don't want to go find it, store in some other random website, let's just say not website, but go to Microsoft SharePoint or OneDrive or Teams, and then you got different tools and everything. You have to browse to it. Is the files already there? And in here, you can come to one dashboard. You have access to your servers, server management list. You have your server documentation. You can run network discovery. You can run PowerShell scripts. If I add a PowerShell script right now, you can type in the name of the script, what it does. I'm still didn't fix the rendering and other things, but if I click on the grab the script here, let's just do MFA option 3 or get MFA status, something. It doesn't matter what I choose. I'm going to choose this one, for example, this example script. I download it, showing you how it is, and I can view the script. It's really awesome. Like I can view the script, and then I could basically download the script. I can make changes to the author. I'm just gonna say in this case, Aiden. Obviously, I need to fix that other part, but you can see here other things. It's really awesome. You can do category, you can do folders, scripts, etc. And then you got your Microsoft 365 services. This is all your tools galore. Everything you wanted to do with Microsoft 365 is over here, and so it's awesome. And then you got your Defender and etc. So by now you can see here I have IT consultation, and then I have a invoices area where I can store invoices and whatnot, and for services that we've done. It's really great. And then I also have an AI assistant here. This is my AI assistant. This AI assistant.
Hello, I'm your AI assistant. I have access to your IT infrastructure systems, and I'm ready to help you with any technical questions or tasks. How can I assist you today?
See, this is amazing. AI assistant's ready. And now if I want to go ahead and just say, first of all, if I just say hi, I don't know if the model is configured, but let's try to send the request to the model.
Hello, I'm happy to assist you with any IT-related tasks or questions.
See, it's talking back to us.
Given the current system status, it appears that we have a fresh start. Here's an overview of our current state. System overview *. We are currently in the process of initializing our environment. No servers, scripts, or documents have been set up yet. Security status *. Our security posture is currently pristine, with no alerts detected by the Alama 3.
So again, it's awesome, really. We can do a lot of things. I'm just working on this AI model, so just to talk into it. And if you just say, you know what, I don't want to use Llama 3 anymore. Can I use another model? Yes, you can use any other model. You can enable voice. You can use ChatGPT, because again, I'm using local model because it doesn't cost me money to use my local model. But if you were somebody who have money, you want to use a different model, you can. And this is what I built. It's amazing. You can see it shows you all the protocols, everything else. It's really awesome. And then with everything with AI, you got to train your AI. This is the AI training data I use. I do auto crawl on my website, and it's gonna actually learn a lot. So if I do here auto crawl, it should be able to scan the entire website and learn and add it to the knowledge base. So it's still crawling. This is done crawling. Let's see here. It says 12 training data, and it says 1 server entry, document settings 1, and then scripts 1. So it learned that what I have added, and it had a couple other things in there. So now it did that. You can see here, that's the script I did it, and it learned. It said it did it. So now let's come over here to ask the AI assistant. Let's first of all validate the error verification. Let's verify the data. That is not working probably yet. So, but let me ask, how many PowerShell scripts do I have?
Hello.
How many?
I'm your AI assistant. I have access to your IT infrastructure systems and I'm ready to help you with any technical.
So let me see if it's gonna show me. Now this, some of it I'm not sure if it's, like you see, I have current 0 servers available because I haven't fully done initializing the AI yet. How many PowerShell scripts do I have? I don't think it's gonna respond either again properly because
Script count notification. Based on the current system status report, I have accessed the infrastructure management system to retrieve information about PowerShell scripts. According to the system logs, you have 0 PowerShell scripts stored in the Alama system. This means that no PowerShell scripts are currently registered or managed by our system. However, if you're looking for PowerShell scripts that are executed on your local machine or other systems within your network, please note that this information is not directly accessible through our system. To get a complete list of...
So again, it's really awesome. You can see I haven't finished training the AI yet. But you got quick also tools, your message email header analyzer, you got other things. Amazing. I couldn't be more prouder of this tool. You got AI automation, all the AI models, providers, you name it. So that's what we have it. Now let's go ahead and modify this thing. What we want to do is we want to add a server management. If you go to server management, that's not it. Server administration is what we want. So let me get in the server administration. You got a couple of things here. This is what I wanted to show you here. If you come over here to manage, you can actually connect to my tenant information and detail. And then after that, I can connect. So let me pause the video and then come back. All right. So you can see I just connected this to my Intra ID portal management. And you can see I have, this is how many users I have. They're all active and whatnot. So it's really awesome. And it tells you when it was created, when the users were created. And you can see, you can get an idea of my environment. You got groups, you got applications, you got your roles. Roles is not there yet, and security is not there, audit log is not there yet. So far, so good. We got a couple things going on. So far, so good. And I am just, and this is my audit log, who's doing what. And I need to add some search capability and if whatnot. So I will leave you here, guys, because this video already gone on too long. And the next video, I'm going to just see if we can modify things in real time. So let's go ahead and end it here. Thank you for watching. If you did like this dashboard and you want it to be available to you one day, hit the like button, subscribe, follow the journey. This is a big journey I am working on, and I cannot wait for you guys to see what it can do. But before I leave you, here is the infrastructure documentation. Let me upload a document just to show you how it works too, because this is another cool view too.